Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. It has been said that if you're patient and just wait, things will come around. I've been waiting to see or hear that some action is being taken, that representative people who had some heart, who had some wisdom, and reflect some of that in the decisions that are being made, or at least the information that is being given out. Today I heard something on MSNBC with that news host, Ari Mulber, and he was talking about something that has happened outside of this country. And I was excited to hear it. And as I heard it, I thought of what Peru and Germany publicly has done to embarrass America. Peru and Germany publicly have embarrassed the USA. And what method did they use to do that? Just being real, I suppose. Just being real. It had to do with coups. You know what a coup is, ladies and gentlemen? We are experiencing refresher learning for many who've known and act like they didn't, and an introduction for those who don't know. Somebody taking over without permission. Well, the message that I heard is that they were trying to take over in Peru, doing the same tactics basically that the Republican Party, the Trump group, and Trump pulled here. And he thought he was getting away with it, pulling the same tactics. But rather than getting away with it, when he thought he was basically in a position to reflect some muscle, he was arrested. So he didn't go home. And I'm saying this stuff to you so you can perhaps go back and check it out. I'm just giving you a brief synopsis of it. And not only that, when he came to Germany, same thing going on. Scott takeover, same as we're having it done to us. And what happened? He got arrested. And all of those guys that were connected with him got arrested. They weren't going for that stuff. But United States, this major beacon, says we represent what true democracy is. We say this to the world. Well, these guys I hear perhaps have had some experience with democracy before and had a challenging situation whereby they might have lost it or lost part of it, but they know something changed. And when they got democracy back, they were willing to say, we'll go to a great extent, but we're not going to let you overthrow us and take what we know works better than what you're trying to do. And so their response was putting these guys in jail. Now let's come to the United States of America. The same identical stuff happened. Some may be a little bit different and some may be added, but the same pursuit, taking over power, lies and cheating and stealing and doing whatever it takes to deceive people and put fear in them and control and manipulate them to sit down while you ramrod them and put brands on them. And when the United States, you had a political party, the Republican Party, you want to say there were many amongst them who didn't support it, but they didn't stop it, nor did they try to stop it. Why? Because it represented them. That's the way it seemed. Let's see what's happening here with it. Now, not only that, they tried to take over the government the same way they did in Peru and in Germany. But what happened? They round up some of the guys that were called here to do and participate in, and they've arrested a lot of people. Excuse me. But the leaders, the guys who were part of the government system that played a part in it, that were the senators who led it, played a part in it all the way, wouldn't denounce it for nothing. Nothing, don't care what you did. Everything got by. in the House of Representatives. The same thing. If you were a Republican, you were going along with it. And since they have been voted out of power because more people in this country decided we weren't going for that than they, and so we got them out, voted them out according to the practice. And now that same group has never stopped saying the same things that could never prove or even give any evidence thereof, except talking, messing with your head, messing with your mind, trying to think and make you think that you crazy. And then they keep right on, and they're out there 2 years after all of this has happened, out there talking the same lies, spreading those same lies. The politicians that were in office at that time, many of them are still in office, and additional ones were voted in to perpetuate that same lie. This is America. Now let me ask you something. Does that make any sense? When these guys in these other countries are tested with this stuff, they get arrested the same day. And here, for 2 years, the guys that did this, the leadership that did it, is still walking around talking about, I'm the best guy. And even talking about what? Casting out all what the Constitution is about and implying that he's going to just step up. And I guess he's calling the people to rise up and force him in. I guess that's what he's doing. Or he's having a nightmare. But here's the question, ladies and gentlemen. Why is this happening? Why is he still out there? And in these other countries, they're not out there. But he is still out there. Why is he still out there? You ask yourself that. Why is he still out there? You don't know? Well, let me ask you something maybe will help you out. If that had been Barack Obama, would Barack Obama still be out there? Where would Barack Obama be? He would be locked down in chains like nothing else you can imagine, just like the chains back in the 1600s. Or he would have been dead. But this guy's out there, still walking around, blowing that horn. So what does that represent? Nothing else but what we all know. America is about white supremacy, and it has not died. And that's why Merrick Garland is doing the things. In fact, we can't put this on Merrick Garland. Like most of the people that went along with Trump, they did it because he represents what they are about. And as it has been said by many, there are people that's going against him now, not because of what he represents, but because he's losing, because the people are not buying in his additional lies, because he's not using any additional lies, he's just using the same ones. And he's making the people who've been riding that pony feel stupid for publicly riding that pony, knowing they were a stupid pony all along. And so he represented what they really are. So when you start talking about straightening things out, you're going to put something on yourself. And if you don't want to even admit that you've done something, or you're going to keep on lying to yourself like you didn't and haven't, and then trying to lie to the public, you can't even do anything like fixing a problem. Because you have deceived yourself to think that the lie is a truth. So what does it say? It's saying that white supremacy is alive and well in America. And all of these rules and regulations that these guys have been talking about changing, that is causing others to be denied the freedom of life, is nothing but evil as hell can get. And as a person who speaks for basic human rights for all people, I'm not speaking against these guys. I'm speaking against what they're doing. And I'm telling you, you playing a major role in it by allowing it to happen to you. The pain and suffering is coming to you, and you're just trying to find some way maybe to get over it, and then tell yourself that if you pray, God helps you to get over it. You are a lie. This stuff does not supposed to exist. And it exists because you are being led by some blind turkey. Shut up. Oh. And I'm just saying that somebody needs to tell you that America and this thing is going on, this pain and suffering, is because America is about white supremacy. It has nothing to do with freedom and peace and prosperity and justice and your dreams being real. So I thought I'd take this moment to share that with you. Now I'm going to close this out, but I got another presentation that I'll be bringing to you a little bit later on, and it's just as exciting. I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. I must go now. Say, Eddie Marcus, say goodbye for now.